How goes it? Thanks for joining us here at Quick Fix Smartphone and Tablet Repair in West Berlin, New Jersey. We'll be doing a rebuild video on a Samsung Galaxy S7 today. Quick shout out to Root Junkie for the inspiration on these videos. Thanks, bud. Alright, let's start building. On the motherboard here, we have the heartbeat sensor and the flash, the LCD digitizer connector, the connection for the front camera, the connection for the back cameras on the other side. We have the connection for the ear speaker, proximity sensor, the volume button, power button, or wait, power button, volume button, power button, one of them. The home button connection, we have the dock on the other side, the connection for that. The SIM card / SD card readers. I believe the bottom one was the SD card. Alright, we have the battery over here. I hate the battery life on this. Over here on the screen, the digitizer connection is soldered to the LCD digitizer. Comes one connector. Over here on the frame, this is where that connector would feed through. The menu button and the back button will feed through here, and that's where the home button feeds through. We have the connections for the power button and the volume buttons. There's the no liquid cooler, transfers heat from the motherboard to the frame. Alright, over here we have the loudspeaker. Rest connections right here. I believe this is the wireless charger receiver. It's seems to be just a sticker on a piece of plastic, sort of a mid-frame. It's replaceable. And this is our antenna booster, another shield. SIM card, SD card tray. And this is our back housing. Look how beautiful that is. It was not easy getting that off in one piece. Curved sides make it really hard. Alright, here's the front-facing camera. The ear speaker. The proximity sensor, ambient light sensor. Oh, and the LED notifier light right there. We have the back camera. Here's our vibrate motor. Itty bitty vibrate motor. Fingerprint scanner / home button. When the home button fails, it's usually because that little black nib right there breaks off. Once that's gone, that's it. It doesn't click anymore. You have to smush on it to get functionality. Corrosion could also get between the connections, and that would, stop the connections from bridging. So you'd have problems there, which is a very common problem. Here's their headphone jack. That's kind of a first for Samsung right there, that design. Connects on the daughter board. The menu button, back button, microphone, charger dock. We have our antennas. This is a really awesome design, Samsung. Unique, I like it. It's something different. Alright, let's start to put this together, okay? But before we put the screen in, we have to build the mid-frame. So let's install the soft keys and the home button. We want to make sure that the home button is sitting in the gasket correctly so it doesn't get stuck pressed in or have any problems pressing in. Okay, you can feed the home button through right there. You want to test, make sure it's lined up, click it, make sure it presses. Alright, now you want to get the daughter board and feed the back button and the menu button through the cutouts. Make sure to be careful when doing this. You don't want to force anything. They should just easily go through. Alright, awesome. Everything seems to be working. Alright, now that we have the soft keys and the home button installed on our mid-frame, the next step is to get the screen in. I do have double-sided adhesive already installed. It's red tape. That is the name brand. We get it from etechparts.com. I'd recommend that double-sided adhesive for all your repairs. Don't forget to use Kapton tape, Kapton with a K, so there's no exposed solder connections. You want to make sure that the home button is lined up. Click it, press it, make sure it's moving with no problems. Make sure you have the ear speaker mesh lined up properly. So here's the LCD digitizer connection. The dock and home button are two antennas, the volume flex and the power button flex, or vice versa. Alright, next we're going to install the headphone dock. Remember, it connects to the daughter board, the charger port dock. Such a first. I like it. I mean, if you just have to replace that because your headphones broke off in it, I guess it's better than replacing the entire daughter board. Alright, the vibrate motor is next on my list. It's tiny, for sure, but it packs a punch. You ain't gonna miss that notification. Just like that. Let's go ahead and install the ear speaker. Remember, right side up. Connector faces down. Alright, the proximity sensor, ambient light sensor, and the LED notifier are next. You want to make sure they're pushed in flush. You might want to use a spudger to make sure that the LED is flat and everything's flush. Alright, next is the front facing camera. We want to put that in the mid frame. Alright, and the back camera you want to connect to the motherboard before. And this is where the vibrate motor makes its connections. And I believe the loudspeaker makes its connections right there. Yep. Thought so. Alright, yeah, the next thing that we're going to want to install is the battery. There is red tape on the edges here. Double-sided adhesive. Make sure the battery doesn't rattle around. Alright, let's connect the dock to the motherboard first. Get the antennas out of the way. You want to make sure they're in the right channels. Let's try to connect all these small components. You want to make sure that the connectors are out of the way so the motherboard will sit flat. And this is where I learned that you have to put the front-facing camera in last. The way that the cutout on the motherboard lines up and the design of the connector on the front camera, they just don't. It's a square peg round hole scenario. So yeah, front camera goes in after all of this. So let's get ahead and try to get the back camera back on there. That came loose. Alright, get the battery tie down out of the way, the proximity sensor tie down, and the front, the ear speaker tie down out of the way. Make sure that the LCD digitizer connection is exposed and not being pinched. Over there we have the power button flex. Don't forget about that little guy. Alright, I think everything's out of the way now. Alright, so now we can connect the front-facing camera. If you're working on one of these, you're definitely going to notice that it isn't quite lined up right. It's odd. Usually for any Samsung, you can just put the front-facing camera in and put the board in second. Not in this instance. Make sure the connections are all tight. Power button, volume button up there, all of them. Make sure they're all tight. Alright, now we have to go ahead and connect those antennas down there at the bottom. I'm going to use some movie magic because this took a little while, so let's speed it up. Speed up, speed up. Yeah, I'm dubbing over this. There was a lot of background noise in the original audio, so I'm trying my best at dubbing. Let me know what you guys think, and instead of live audio, I'll try doing this. Alright, you want to make sure that the red antenna is over the white antenna in the channel there. Everything goes in smooth, lines up, connections are tight. Yep, yeah, they run along that channel there. Alright, let's go ahead and install the loudspeaker. Loudspeaker there. We want to install the wireless charger receiver. The antenna, shield, and booster. Alright. Now we got a ton of screws to put in, so yeah, some more movie magic here. Speed it up. Yeah, I guess I could have cut this part out. So, how you doing, guys? Yep. Oh, don't do what I did. Yep, check this out. Ready? Oh, this is funny. So, I gotta take the loudspeaker back out because I forgot to put in 3 screws that hold the daughter board in place with the charger dock on it, so when you go to plug something in, it doesn't shift away. Oh, that is such a noob mistake. I've been doing this for over 3 years, almost 4 years now. Well, disconnect the loudspeaker, and all the screws in this phone are almost exactly the same thread and everything, so you can go ahead and you don't have to worry about mixing them up. Just throw 3 screws in, 2 on one of each side of the charger dock, and 1 screw over there by the headphone port, and then we can put the daughter board back together. I can't believe I did that. But just so you don't, here's where they go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now that we have that done right, you want to go ahead and make sure that the loudspeaker goes under the housing of the wireless charger receiver. and go ahead and speed this up with some more movie magic, because it's a ridiculous amount of screws so far. And that's pretty much it. That's how they designed the Samsung Galaxy S7. That's how you build the Samsung Galaxy S7. We have the red tape adhesive again on the back of that, and oh yeah, for some reason the battery wasn't acting right. It wasn't turning on. All I had to do was plug it in, and it turned right on. And there we go. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share. Again, another shout out to Root Junkie for the inspiration of these videos here. He's a busy man, so I went ahead and started this channel. Thanks again, guys. Have a good day.